raining. Today we're going to be leaving Koh Kood. If you saw the previous video, it wasn't like this. It was absolutely beautiful. Textbook paradise, waterfalls, beaches, good times. But all good things have to come to an end. I've slowly got to get to Bangkok. It's my birthday in about a week. And then I want to celebrate with Miss P and my friends in Bangkok. And then we're going to drive to Phuket. We're going to shoot for Pattaya. So Pattaya is about 300, 400 kilometers away from here. We've got to catch a ferry. We've got to drive a really far way. We'll stop off in Rayong for a day or two. I'll share you that province. I'll share you the road to Pattaya. And hopefully the weather gets better. So let's go. I can't really do the chest-mounted GoPro when I'm driving because when it's raining, the GoPro's not waterproof anymore. So I'll just show you when we get to the boat. Hopefully we can get Dreamy on the boat. Okay, we're here and it's not raining anymore. It's boiling hot. But I'm gonna have to go long sleeve because I got no sun cream and I don't want to burn. But Dreamy, you had a lovely island break. We're gonna drive back through Trat, back through Chanthaburi and make our way to Rayong because we haven't been there yet and it's a province we have to tick off. 300 kilometers, let's go. At the beginning of my trip, gasoline was 27, 25 baht per litre. And now it's nearly 50. Yeah. Precious commodity these days. Oh, it's a great feeling to be back on the open road. As nice as it is to be on the islands and their tropical vibes, me and Dreamy, we way prefer being on the mainland, on the big long stretches of open road. And I didn't share too much of the drive because it was very hot and very long, but also we were just backtracking through provinces that I've already shared with you. We went back through Trat, back through Chanthaburi. So if you do want to get to know those provinces more, then just check out the older videos before I got to Koh Chang. But this beautiful bridge was one of the first highlights of Rayong province. Just a simple bridge over a fishing village, but the views were incredible. And this province was proving to be absolutely gorgeous. The rural roads along the coast were some of the best I've seen. That was 4.5 hours driving. Beautiful province, and it's along the coastline, so I've pulled into a seafood restaurant that specializes in soft shell crab. Now, I used to work in a restaurant that served it, and I always thought that it was a special species of crab that didn't have a hard shell, but when I worked at that restaurant, I learned that soft shell crab just means that they cook the crab quite quickly after it's molted its skin or its shell. So when they grow, they come out of their shell. And when they do that, they shed their old hard shell, and then for the first few hours or day that they come out of their old shell, their shell is really soft and edible. It's quite strange when you eat soft shell crab because, you know, that's half a crab right here, and instead of having to suck out all the meat and crack all the shell away, you can literally just grab a leg, here's a leg or a remnant of a claw, and you can eat it, and it's absolutely delicious. Because it's super fresh here. Like all of the crabs that are just molted are put in a different box, and then there's another bunch of them that are like waiting to shed their shell. So I think what I'll do is, because we're quite near the coast, I'll just drive around a little bit longer, see if I can find a nice place to stay, and then tomorrow we'll push towards Pattaya and Chonburi. So while we're in this province of Rayong, let's see what else we can find. But so far, delicious soft shell crab. Not a bad start. Right, I've checked into a hotel. There's a beautiful beach here, and this place looks nice. It's quite expensive, $60. I don't know what it is with these fancier hotels, but every time you check into somewhere like this, it takes like half an hour. They want to ask you 1,000 questions. What time would you like to reserve breakfast? I don't know. I don't know what time I'm going to wake up. I don't know what time I'm going to be hungry. Oh, but you need to reserve. Well, I can't because I don't know what time I'm going to eat. I might be hungry at 7. I might be hungry at 9. I don't know what time I'm going to wake up. And then just like you have to check in on all these apps and all these things. And it's like you go to any other bungalow or any other hotel in any other part of Thailand for the last 3 months. Yep. Check in, key, there you go, no bother. But these fancier places, you have to go through so many steps just to get to your room. I'm not disappointed. This room's nice, got a fancy TV and everything, but who cares? It's just a hotel room. I want to get jumped in the pool and maybe have a little drink, because 5-6 hours on the bike in the heat is kind of like zombied me out, as you can probably tell. From the main road, this place doesn't look that fancy, but it actually goes right down onto the beach, and it's got this lovely little pool here. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, this is like more than double what I normally pay for a night's accommodation. But I get lazy when I'm hot and tired after a big drive. I pick the first place. If it looks fine, I just book it, and if it's a little bit more expensive than normally I'm like, okay, it'll be okay for one night, which it is just one night. And it's right on the beach. Well, I wasn't expecting this in Rayong. I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting like a lot of industry, but maybe we'll keep seeing that later on tomorrow when we keep going. I'm not going to go swim in the sea because the waves look crazy. Like there's people out there swimming, they're getting battered by it. So I'm going to enjoy the pool. Going to have an early night today. Oh, my gloves are wet. I always leave my bike gloves in the basket when I'm tired, like I was yesterday, and then it rains during the night and now I have wet gloves. Bummer. Alright. Good night's sleep, good breakfast. As unnecessarily expensive as that hotel was, I feel like I should have actually saved some money and just slept somewhere cheaper nearby, but never mind. I'm kind of running low on energy these days, guys, I'm not gonna lie. It's almost a year to the day that we put Dreamy on the train in Chiang Mai, and we sent her all the way down to the very south of the country. Now that we've kind of been on the road for a year, I'm making decisions based on my energy levels more than being a sensible budget traveler. You know, I do like to splash my money from time to time. You know, staying in a $60 a night room once a week, twice a week, or whenever the energy levels demand it. But most of the time, I'm just staying in 500 baht boring rooms. Okay, so this is actually a lovely little bridge. It's like a mini suspension bridge made of concrete, and it links the local community to this mangrove forest here. And it's for educational purposes that they've built this nature path, this raised wooden track over the mangroves. For educational purposes, to show the people and probably the kids here the importance of mangrove forest and the special and rare species of crabs that live here in their thousands. It's low tide now, so you can see the mud. And you see those little bubbles and things? Every single one of those is a crab moving around, digging his hole, eating the sediment or whatever it is that these crabs eat. And you've got local fishermen here. Not much action because it's so low tide, I don't think they can make it out to sea. But this whole coast of Rayong is stunning. You know, the roads are stunning, the villages are stunning, the trees. This is one of the nicest parts of Thailand, just in terms of driving around and exploring. I would like to spend a bit more time here, maybe like 2 or 3 more days, but I'm in a rush to get to Bangkok. I want to celebrate my birthday with close friends and family, and then I've got the big road trip to Phuket. Some provinces we've flown through, obviously, over the past year. A day or less in some of the provinces, you know, but then we've spent months and months in other ones. So overall, it's been just over a year to get to every province on Dreamy. But places like this I'll remember. Rayong, you know, on the list of places that I would say beautiful, wish I could go back and see more. Maybe next time. So let's see what else we can find in Rayong. And back on the road we got, and the weather changed. I got absolutely soaked to the bone. And you might also notice that the audio is a little bit off with the GoPro footage. Plugged it into the wrong jack, and so it's just picking up on-body audio. So for that reason, I'm just going to talk over the fact that I did see one of the most impressive industrial regions in Thailand, in Rayong province. I flew the drone and drove around and just wondered what the hell was going on here. This huge natural gas, or maybe it's an oil tanker facility, I don't know, but absolutely humongous area. It took up maybe 10 or 12 kilometers square. Took me about half an hour to drive through it. It is massive, and it makes sense to have an area like this in Thailand outside of Bangkok. But anyway, after that, it was another hour or 2 up the hot, sweaty road. Traffic was bad, roadworks was bad. I tried to go to a really nice beach in a place called Chanthaburi, but the naval base refused me entry, so I didn't know how to work that one out. So I just kept going and I kept going. Eventually we ended up in a place called Jom Tien, which is right next to Pattaya. There we go. Jom Tien. Pattaya must be down there in the distance. Nice yellow sand, very long stretch of sand as well. Is it the nicest beach in Thailand? Absolutely not. But I wasn't expecting Koh Kood level or any other part of Thailand level. I mean, it's not really famous for beautiful beaches, is it? This area? It's famous for other things, which we'll delve into when we get to know it. Right, let's big push. Let's get to Pattaya Beach. What about what this place has got to offer? This is, believe it or not, my first time ever to not only Chonburi province, but to Pattaya City. Let's park out. Oi. Okay. We made it, guys. We made it all the way from Koh Kood, through Trat, through Chanthaburi, through Rayong, and here to Chonburi province in Pattaya City. I'm a bit hot and tired and stressed, and I don't want to give my initial first impressions on camera because I don't think I can be very polite. I literally arrived here and I've already been approached by several women of the night. I mean, literally just from over there, along the beach walk. I thought they just needed directions or something, but where you go later, here's my number. I'm like, oh my god. Just trying to get to the beach, love. And then the beach, I mean, I thought they had lots of seashells on it. I was like, oh, but then it's just cigarette butts and lots of them, and bottles of beer and plastic bottles and stuff, which is not a good sign. But I'm not going to judge Pattaya yet. I'm going to spend a couple of days here, maybe 3 days. And there's lots of people. I've got lots of mutual friends. There's lots of other YouTubers based in Pattaya City. And they all love and rave about this place. So there has to be more to it than just trash on the beach and whatever. We're going to give it a chance. I see in the distance a Holiday Inn. So I'm going to probably check in there because it's normally cheap and very clean and safe. And it seems to be in the hustle and bustle over there by those buildings. And then there's lots of beautiful boats out there. So maybe we can do a boat tour. I don't know. We'll do our best to get to know Pattaya and what's the draw here. Because for so many people, this is the main reason they come to Thailand. This is where they live. I mean, they could live anywhere. But a lot of them choose to live here. So we'll find out why in the next one. Pattaya, Chonburi province. That was number 75. Rayong was 74. Chonburi is number 75. We're nearly finished. Oh. See you from Pattaya in the next few videos. And thank you for watching.